So in our last video we were making some alterations to the table in the back. We had to cut down the brackets a little shorter so the table would fit in the middle, and then I'd be able to spin it and have it centered in there. I could move it out of the way to where we have access up and down the hallway there. So got all that finished, and then we had to finish working on the punch list and get all those items taken care of. Okay, we're getting some more stuff checked off the checklist here. I got the lights installed, so as soon as you open the doors, they go on. And I got that in both the boxes, so you can pop those open and see at night or anytime. And even when you're inside the van, if you pop the top, you can see inside here. And I can't tell you how nice that is to be able to look at a dark space when you're going around and you want to open it up to see something, and boom, you got light. Kind of like having a heated floor in a bathroom. It never gets old. Every time you see a light inside a cabinet or a closet, it just makes you smile. It's just so nice to be able to see that. There you go. And I got the other one done that I wanted to do. Underneath the cabinet, as soon as you open that up, lights up, lights up. So much nicer to be able to see what's going on under there. You can really tell the difference. Dark. Typically open up the cabinet and that's with the lights. We finally got the awning in. So I just got that unpacked. Got to figure out how to get that up there by myself. I think I got it. My next project, I'm going to work on an awning to put over the back here. I'm going to snap it right onto the solar panels on the edge, barely drape it over the sides a little bit, and then run it out to the open doors. That way we have cover for cooking on the camp top, and just it can have the doors open and not have anything coming in the backside here. So I'm looking forward to that, get that started. But I want to talk for a minute about the Fresair. It's not air conditioning, it's evaporative cooling. And I've been waiting for some really hot, humid weather to run some tests on it. So here's some of my findings and the faults, and kind of weighing the consequences on evaporative cooling versus refrigerated air. So obviously refrigerated air is going to be cold. And this is not cold, it's cool. And there's some moisture with it. Although I have to tell you, there's a lot of times when refrigerated air is uncomfortably cold. Obviously when you're out camping, most of the time you'd like just a breeze, and I gotta be honest, when you're under this thing, even when it's hot, and lately it's been hot. It's 95 degrees, 102 heat index, and the humidity's been way up there. So I was waiting for some real hot, humid days to try it out. And when you're back here, it's comfortable. When it's actually blowing on you, it's cool. It is not cold. So it's got its balances. And here's the main thing that I found. If I wanted to go with refrigerated air up there, the cost, I'm looking at least another $1,000 for the only one I'd go with right now is a Dometic, and it would be a 12 volt system. So it's at least $1,000, if not about $1,500 more than this. I need at least one extra battery, if not two, to run it, because this thing, I can run it. I ran it like for almost 10 hours without hardly any battery, drainage, and the water reservoir was fine. I mean, it just ran constantly for 10 hours on the second level. I didn't want it on high because it was actually almost too loud, but I could use it on the second setting quite comfortably. And I could easily do that all night long if I was sleeping, or, leave a dog or an animal in here, go for a trip. And like I said, it would be comfortable in here. It would be a little bit warm, but it's not hot. So like I said, the cost of the thing, about $1,500 more for AC cooling, one more, if not two more batteries, which is $1,000 a piece. So, there's $3,500 easy. And then possibly a bigger inverter. I'm running a 2,000 watt, I may have to bump it up to a 3 if you're running that kind of power all the time. So for, an extra $4,000 to $5,000, of course, there's that to think of. $4,000 to $5,000 is not worth it to me to put that much more money into refrigerated air versus this. And I don't live in my van. I don't intend to live in my van. I just want to use it for weekends and adventures and getaways, and it works. It works for me. So that's just a decision you have to make on what kind of air conditioning you absolutely need and what kind of expense you want to fork out to have that. So I'm sticking with this. I like it. And so now I'm gonna move off to the awning and get going on that project. I think I have my prototype. The blue is just for fun. I'm trying to see if a little balance looks good on it like that. But I've got the brackets up there, butt dig against that. I've got two pieces of angle iron that should quickly slide right out and hold this thing away. And I'm able to close the doors and get that going. So now that I've made this prototype, I can actually make it out of the regular material. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. I'm just debating on the valance or not. Might be. So here's a demo of the awning that I make for the back. So this will store right under the solar panels, and then it just snaps right onto the edge of the solar panels. Snap. And then rolls out. And then if you come under here, you can kind of see the receiver holes for these little brackets that I make here, and they support it away from the van. Slide it in there. Support that. So there's that. Supports it totally free from the van. The doors open and close freely. Totally self-supporting. Covers the back of the van if you're cooking or just wanting to hang out in here in the picnic area and want some shade. It gives you a whole lot more of a sheltered feel where you can still enjoy the outdoors. And then it's just as quick to put away. You do have to have the ladder, which is no big deal. So this simply comes off there. This one comes off here. Grab it, roll it up, snap it. And it's ready to store. So my big plan here was to make it effortless so you'd actually use it. I wanted to be quick, simple, for you to actually put the thing out. So I think I've pretty much got it figured out. I made the prototype, worked out the bugs on that, and I think I've got it. By the way, my wife wanted me to demo the ladder, how easy it is to store. And this is what I use for everything in the van. And that's it for that. And this thing stores right in the back here. And when the door's closed, it's right there. And I tell you what, it is so much better than having a ladder on the side of the van that's fixed, because I get all around the van with this thing like that. And it's lightweight and it's very functional, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right, our first picnic with the grandkids. Sun is blaring into the back of the van, so Bruce is putting up the awning he created. Look at that, boys. That better?
Yep.
Yep. Got the thumbs up from Liam. Yeah.
Goat cheese spread is a lot better than the
Good.
dairy cheese
There we go. Now we have a nice shaded table. Go. What do you think, boys?
Thumbs up.
Does it work? Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, we're at a place now where I've got everything done on the punch list. I got all the bugs worked out of the awning. I've got everything done with the table. I had a few little fixes to do inside. Got this awning going, got pretty much everything going except the heater. That's going to be our next video. So for this series, we are ready to wrap this one up and then move on to the heater.